William's doll. William's Doll is a 1972 picture book by Charlotte Zolotow, one of the first children's texts to address nontraditional gender stereotypes. The story follows William, a young boy who wishes for a doll to care for. William's father is unhappy with his request, instead giving William toys that he considers to be more gender appropriate. Finally, William's grandmother fulfills William's request, explaining to William's father that the doll will allow for William to practice good parenting. Zolotow cites personal observations about the relationship between her husband and son as inspiration for the book. She believes that denying young boys access to certain toys and absences of early interaction between father and child are destructive to expression and relationship formation. The book often is used in the classroom for lessons on gender roles, intolerance, or general anti-bias education. To counterbalance inherent micro-inequalities in the classroom, William's doll is employed as a method through which educators expose students to the concept of sex stereotyping. While exposure through children's literature has been employed by many marginalized populations, representations of males such as William with traditionally female characteristics have not been as easily welcomed. Many educators, for example, object to using texts representing gender role reversal in the classroom, whereas others promote it, recognizing the critical role schools play in childhood identity and sexuality development. A song based on the story was included in the 1972 best-selling Free to be, and be, to be, You and Me children's album, and songbook. In 1981, William's Doll also became a 14-minute film starring Craig Salles. Background. Published in 1972, William's Doll extends Zolotow's legacy of recognizing and legitimatizing the emotional capacity of small children. Rejecting condescension based on age, Zolotow appeals to genuineness by introducing themes such as death and anger, and in William's Doll, non-traditional gender stereotypes, to young audiences. Zolotow explained that although she is a feminist and appreciates feminist support of the book's message, her inspiration derives from personal observations about her husband's. She cites a specific experience that later became the basis of the book. As a result of her husband's refusal to fulfill their son's request for a stuffed animal lion due to his association between stuffed animals and femininity, Zolotow later purchased the item for Stephen behind her husband's back. Zolotow argues that denying young boys access to certain toys rejects fulfillment of genuine human instinct. Observing similar interactions between fathers and sons at local parks, Zolotow found inspiration in how men of the time period missed out on some of the pleasures of being closely involved with their children's early development. She observed, for example, that by always exiting the room during diaper changes, her husband missed their son's first smile. Such absences of early interaction between father and child, Zolotow believes, result in a breach in the foundation of the relationship. Summary. William's Doll follows the story of William, a young boy who wishes for a doll to care for. His father, uncomfortable with William's request, tries giving William toys that he considers to be more gender appropriate, such as a basketball and a train set. William still enjoys these toys, practicing his basketball skills and playing with his train set for hours. However, he persists with his request for a doll, enduring taunting by his brother and other boys in the neighborhood. When William's grandmother comes to visit, William shows her the toys his father bought him, but mentions his continuing desire for a doll to care for. Finally, William's grandmother fulfills William's request, upsetting William's father. William's grandmother explains to William's father that the doll will allow for William to practice good parenting and grow into a great father just like him. Analysis. Reception. Considering the role of William's Doll in the classroom, scholars focus on teachers' reception of the book as they choose class readings. Julie Woolman-Benula, a graduate of Harvard University's Institute for Educational Management, identifies elementary teachers' lack of selection of non-mainstream titles such as Williams' doll. She argues that every children's text presents a set of morals and endorses a specific code of conduct. Texts displaying white, middle-class American values are the prevailing choice among elementary school educators, neglecting books representing the perspective of marginalized populations on the basis of sex, race, or socioeconomic factors. In Woolman-Binali's sample of teachers' reception, she found that most educators objected to texts representing gender role reversal. In response to Williams' doll, many teachers referenced their own parenting techniques as reasons to reject its use in the classroom. For example, many educators' responses aligned with this male teacher's assertion about the text, "I would never let my son play with a doll." In general, male educators were more adverse to the use of Williams' doll in their classrooms than female educators, although the dominant opinion across both genders was negative. Ullman-Benilla identifies that opposition to Williams' doll was mostly by gender-conforming individuals who endorsed gender roles as a natural order. Books such as Williams' doll, however, suggest that sex stereotyping is an intrinsic societal issue that needs to be addressed. Adaptations, a song based on the story, with music by Mary Rogers and lyrics by Sheldon Harnick, was included in the best-selling Free to Be, to Free to Be, B, B, Free to Be, to Be, B, to Be, to Be, to Be, B, to Be, Re to Be, to Be, to Be, You and Me children's album and songbook in 1972, where it was sung by Alan Alda and Marlo Thomas. The song was later sung by B.D. Wund at the MS Foundation's 15th Annual Gloria Awards ceremony in 2003, where Marlo Thomas and former MS Foundation President Letty Cotton Pogrebin received the Creative Philanthropy Award for the album's creation. When Free to Be, to Be, Be, to Be, to Be, You and Me became a television special in 1974, BBC asked producer Marlo Thomas to omit Williams' doll for fear it would promote homosexuality. Thomas rejected the omission. Williams' doll also became a 14-minute film in 1981. The 1981 film starred Craig Salles as William and was shot in Graysada Park in Modesto, California. In 2010, the producers of Riff Tracks, formerly Mystery Science Theater 3000, released Williams' doll. This was their riff of the aforementioned short. References